Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream. Today is the 22nd of September 2024, 4 minutes past 8 in the evening. We're back in X-Plane 12 in the Zebra Mod 737, the latest and greatest 4.02.13 for the 57th. That's right, 57th members only group flight. Today we're in South America. I'm in Group 2. We're departing from Guatemala City in Guatemala, flying to Cancun where there's an overload event going on today. We're going to be taking part in that public event and adding to the huge amounts of traffic no doubt they'll be flying in this evening as well. The other group flying in from Fort Myers in the United States of America. We just had ATC tune on in here as well. We've got a few new members taking part as well for the first time as well, but quite a quiet turnout this month. I think we're about 22, 23 people, but I'm always trying to get as many people as possible. Thank you to all those who are participating today. You'll get invited, or invited. You will have your chance of winning the members giveaway, which will roll at the end of the stream. Here we are anyway in Guatemala. We've got stock scenery, but the lovely Ortho works be looking very nice there in the background. Live time, live weather. I've carried extra fuel for the event and also for en route thunderstorms, which are forecast. We have Alpaca 650 here. I think that's the Challenger 650. I always forget the chap that always takes part there, but he's always here every month. Nice to see you here. Alpaca 30 Foxtrot here. Alpaca 71 November 5 Charlie X-ray. Edo's there as well, and Alpaca 782. And we do have Tower here to depart, help us depart out of here as well. I think Fort Myers, they've gone full out with ATC. I told them Alpaca Airways group flights departing. We don't need full ATC because there's only a few of us. They said, no, we'll provide full ATC. So you guys have got ground, tower, apron, the approach, the whole lot, I think. But here we are, ye old faithful Zebra Mod 737. Who's here in chat today? Anyway, we've got Vanguard. There you are, Alpaca 650. You take part in almost every group flight. Thank you very much for your continued support as member and participating today. Simfly UK is here as well for the first time. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Flying Walnut Sasha, good evening. Up at silly o'clock tomorrow, so couldn't fly along. Will enjoy watching along as well. Yes, I've got my last day off tomorrow, so I'm going on to late as well. That's why I'm doing a slightly later stream. I was going to stream yesterday, but I had a bit of a family weekend with family and went out for the day as well. Listerman's here as well. Have I pronounced it correctly? It is Guatemala, isn't it? I hope so. Martin Leroy's here. Domino Mosina. Victor Silva's here too. Rory Heap, good evening to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Rory, I think you messaged me on Discord a while back and I never got back to you. I think you got lost in the DMs. I'll try and seek that out soon. Chris Hugh, hope you're doing well as well. Larry Harvilla, Matt Burgess, Ian McNally, Andy M71. Torin 4x4 is here at very early in the morning for you, sir. We were just discussing before the stream as well. Hamish here. I think I might have missed a few people, but welcome if I have. Quite a lot of new members hopefully be joining in today as well. These members only streams gives them a bit more of an opportunity to catch up with some of you guys as well. And then the stream will go live publicly after the end of the stream. Skittish is here as well. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, let's zoom on into the cockpit. Oh yeah, what a transition. In the Zebra Mod 737, as I said, this is just stock X-Plane 12 scenery. It looks absolutely fine, syncs in really well with the Ortho. I've checked Ortho for the sector, all installed. Cancun, we have the Ortho 4 XP as well, looking at very nice. Right, so let's get the show on the road. Battery on the batteries on, GPUs on the bus, electric hydraulic pumps we can pop on as well. Landing gear lever is down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green lights, and then we check the ship's library and all of the documentation. New Sky's up and running with the flights ready to go, so that can record our progress today. We did our stream on Friday, but we flew with TNT, didn't we? I forget the call sign we used. Quality, so we didn't log that with New Sky that day. Perfect. So let's do the cargo and fire test. In fact, before I do that, start the X checklist as well. There we are, so that's recording what I'm doing. Let's check the squibs. Fault, APU detector in up, master caution overheat detector as well. Could be quite interesting flight with live weather today. A lot of thunderstorms in the area. Engine overheat, fire warning lights, wheel well lights. Bells going off, as is the lights. Aaron Hewitt, thank you, 12 months as a member. Hi Captain, hope you're doing well. Awesome to catch Flight Deck Sim stream as always. Thank you very much for popping in, buddy. Hope you're doing very well indeed, and thanks for your continued support as well. Larry, convective SIGMETs all over the midwestern US, keeping the old Archers grounded today, so I'm here instead in up. Very good, Larry. Well, good luck with your flying when you next go up anyway. But yeah, you best be flying virtually when the weather's like that for sure. Perfect. Let's now go to ground. No, fuel weight and balance, airside services, loading our OFP. So in the planning stage today, I've actually not added extra block fuel like we do at my operator. I've actually added it to the flight plan. So ATC, look, an extra 15 minutes of fuel. For weather, both en route and at destination, 30 minutes. So that's an additional 45 minutes of fuel, but that's actually included in the block flight plan figure. So we'll round that up to 7.8 plus 100 kilos, 7.9, which I can adjust here. And a full load of passengers, I think it was 187. Activate that. That's going to bring the air bridge across and start the boarding process.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Perfect. Andy's here as well. Good to see you, Andy H1302. Alex van der Paas here as well. V-Sky check evening. Hope you're doing well. And yes, who else have we got here? Oh no, I think I've read everyone. There we go. Good to see you all here, guys. Hope you've been keeping well this weekend. What did you think on Discord, guys? Did you see my new toy? I bought myself a workbench, which I built at the weekend, and my pegboard. An interesting comment from Mike in chat. Yeah, I've been putting all my tools away this afternoon, and then I watched the Singapore Grand Prix, which was a bit of a bore fest, but yeah, we've got a 4-week break in the F1 now, haven't we? Perfect. Right, the cleaners are doing their usual thing of cleaning the flight deck with what I describe as an axe. Battery, it's all done. That's done. Press the attend button. Fueling is ongoing. Let's now do the cargo fire test. Forward aft, fire belt, fire warning lights illuminated, flaps are up, which matches the indicator position. All good here. Check the gear extension doors closed. Oh, it's done its upside down thing. It's been doing that since launch. Mac airspeed warning test, flight recorders checked, stall warning test. Need to wait a bit longer to complete that. IRS to nav, circuit breakers are all in the captain's side. Tech log, safety equipment all installed. Happy days. Right, we're going to tune in tower frequency so I can hear you guys getting your clearances. 118.1. I filed for a Geron 2 Alpha because it was the sort of, I think, the most suitable departure routing. And we've got the radio on and tuned, so hopefully we can listen into the clearance. But before we do that, we'll just grab our ATIS and see what we can expect out of here. 127650.
Initial contact.
There we go.
You have information Alpha.
Information Alpha.
La Aurora International Airport ATIS information Alpha. 1800 Zulu. West
Hi Martin, hope you're doing well, buddy.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. 2,000 scattered power
battery access for your power tools if you have. I've got DeWalt batteries working.
All loaded up and you are good.
Temperature 26.
26 degrees.
2.16. Aurora International Airport ATIS information Bravo.
It's just changed, of course it has.
1900
Beta by life, that is in real life.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Ceiling 2,000 broken towering cumulus.
Towering cumulus.
2 clouds at 20,000. Temperature 26. 2.18. Altimeter 1017. Arrivals expect the ILS runway 02 approach departures. Expect runway 02.
Oh, look at the elevation here. Wow, didn't realise that. Full stream. 4,900 feet. Let's set the RMF freight around 5,900 feet.
La Aurora International Air.
I'm all done with La Aurora. La Aurora International. I don't know anything about Guatemala. If anyone wants to get some facts about Guatemala for chat so I can educate you all, please do. Oh, was it Cookie? I can't. Oh, it's Cookie. Sorry, blame Mike there. Naughty. Yes, Will. I need to get some power because that side of the garage doesn't have any mains to plug into the wall. It's the other side of the garage, but my future brother-in-law's an electrician. He keeps offering to do lots of jobs for me, so I might see if he can put some mains in there and I can actually have power to it, which would be good. Thanks, Listerman. Great. Great, thanks. Oh, Edo's ready to taxi. He's off. Edo is off.
Left on uniform down.
That MG80 is the most travelled MG80 in the world. Edo always takes the MG80. Perfect. Well, Edo's leading the frame. We've got the ATIS copied. QNH is 1017. Let's now load the FMC. The latest AIRAC installed. We're in Guatemala. I forget the code. It's Mike Golf Tango. It's Domino Machine. Everyone's getting away here. Let's request the routing from ACARS.
Negative, hold position of call your push.
Aaron, he's not getting around, Edo. Oh, I've been locked into the cockpit as well. Boarding's complete. Evening, Tim. Hope you're doing well. Watching on the projector in comfort of bed. I'm freezing. Oh, it's getting so cold, hasn't it, now in the UK? We've had so much rain this weekend as well. Let's load the routes. There we are. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. We'll activate it. Expecting 02 and a... It's a Geron 2 Alpha. And arrival. I'm going to plan for the ILS on 12 left. ILS 1 I'm going to go with. The Paula 2 hotel with no transition. Let's just check for any silly discontinuities. Oh my goodness me. Who's that from? Digby the dog. Oh, you don't have to do that, guys. It's very kind, but thank you. Cheers, Digby the dog. Let's hear what you have to say.
Flying from Montreal, Canada to Cancun with a full load of maple syrup, Canadian whiskey and beachgoers.
Amazing. Thank you very much, buddy. That's very kind, Digby the dog. Who's that then coming from Montreal? Well, who else is flying in long haul? Not only from someone from Montreal. Thank you, Digby. I really appreciate that, Digby the dog. Thank you. Someone's coming in, I think it was from Austria or somewhere I was looking there. It's amazing. They've been flying for like 12 hours and they're just coming in about an hour's time, which is awesome. Thank you very much, Digby. Appreciate it. There we go. That will do. There's no discontinuities and landing there in real life on 12 left. That's what I've planned for it. Perfect. Performance sends 0 fuel weights in, 58.6. Reserves are for a very nearby alternate, which I changed to Mike Charlie Zulu. It's an island near Cancun with a large runway, so I went for that. No, you don't type in the ICAO code, you prat. 1.8 to reserve fuel. Cost index 30 in Alpaca Airways. We're cruising at 35,000 feet. Top of climb wind, we can punch in now. 2, 3, 4, 16, so not much in the form of headwind, tailwind components today. Top of climb ISA is at plus 13 degrees, very toasty, and then we'll look at the performance using SimBrief. Listen, people visiting Guatemala are often surprised. Guatemala is equally a city and a nation. Yes, Guatemala City in Guatemala. That is a fun fact. There you go. Brilliant. Right, let's bring up the performance for you guys. Oops, no, that's to hide the overlay. There we go. So, live weather's in, runway 02, full length departure. We'll go for optimum flaps and optimum thrust. Lead auto anti-ice will be off. 26 degrees, it's dry, calculate. So that's telling us with a takeoff weight of 66.2 tons, which is what we are. We can only lift 70, so we're going to be a bit tight on performance. So yeah, look, it's full 26k TO at a temperature of 31 degrees. And that's giving us an N1 of 100.5. Now, you might think, oh, that's very high, but don't forget the air's less dense here. Because we're higher altitude, you can have a sort of higher M1, because the amount of thrust produced from the engines is less, because the air's less dense. The actual density altitude is going to be much higher than our elevation as well, because of the heat. So yeah, 26k with a high calculated M1, assumed temperature 31. So that's set. Takeoff is flat 5. CG. Speeds... Again, they do differ. They should be about the same. We'll go with... You know what? I'm actually going with these speeds because V1 would typically be the same as VR. So 143, 143, 149. Generally go with the OPT speeds over the FMC. There we are. So that's all set. I'll hide that here and set V2 now 149 knots. Perfect. He knows his Atlas this week, I see. Oh, I know, Tim. I'm prepared. And there's Eustace here. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome on board. List them in, although oh yeah, I saw that. Oh no, although Guatemala does exist. Guatapior and Guatamajor. Don't. Oh dear. Oh no, the sim issues of V-Pilot won't connect and flying this one offline. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Sorry. Anyway, let's do our overhead panel scan. Perfect. Fuel. We can have a little bit of fuel in the center tank, 160 kilos. But we won't put 160 kilos. We won't put the centre pumps on for 160 kilos because we'll get the master caution low pressure during takeoff roll, which you don't want. Seatbelts on. Imagine the cabin secure. When heat's on, that's all set. Voice recorder's on. And that's all good, we'll start the APU now. Perfect. Flight directors will pop on. Heading and courses are set to the runway QDM, and it's an RNAV SID, so we'll leave that there. We'll just wait for our clearance to get the cleared level. Reset the fuel flow. Oxygen test. That's good. Light test. Oh, Liam, gotta do test. Gotta do those test sectors. Gotta do those test sectors. I've not done a full test sector to be fair. Just check the ortho installed by time. Perfect. Light test is complete. Perfect. So we've still got 10 minutes left. And that's all set as well. Perfect. So it sounds like Domino Mocena is just taxiing off in the Airbus. There's too many Airbuses participating now in group flights. We've got to have a chat, guys. We've got to have a chat about this. I know the majority of the content pilot creators are Airbus pilots. There's not many Boeing ones left, but this is definitely a moment. This is outrageous. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, let's now. Let's get our clearance as well. There's a bit of a lumpy runway as well. I don't know if that's the ortho, but you can get runways looking a bit like this. But I think there's a bit of an excessive dip here. We'll aim to rotate here, okay? Oh, nice. We've got a few Alpaca Canada here as well. You can't have too many buses. You can, Malk. You can definitely have too many.
Initially flight level 130, squawks 4777, Alpaca 71 November.
Get the list for clearance as well. We're due out in about 8 minutes. I actually don't know what stand I'm on.
Alpaca 3 Delta Oscar, are you ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go.
Edo's ready.
Right,
Stand about 8.
Delta Oscar, for takeoff on way 02, winds variable,
There's Edo taking off from 02.
Ready to take off, clear to take off, back at the Oscar.
Perfect. Guatemala Ho, it's Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, stand 8, information Bravo QNH 1017, departure clearance to Cancun. It is a bit like Birmingham, Tim.
57 Charlie Alpha, you're cleared to Cancun via the head-on to Alpha departure. Climb restricted to flight level 350, squawk 4757.
Clear to Cancun on the Geron to Alpha departure, climb flight level 350, squawk 4757, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, reflex correct, call me ready for push start.
Okay. Perfect, there's Edo, rolling takeoff.
Ready for push start.
Not messing around.
Alpaca 5 Charlie X-ray, push start approved, tail to the right. Push start approved, tail to the right, Alpaca 5 Charlie X-ray.
See if he goes down the ramp. It's a shame. I hope in time I'll explain that they have the real volume of other traffic in VATSIM, because obviously this would be deafening with those. Is it JTAD? Same as the 737-200. This would be deafening roaring down the runway. No pressure, Edo. I could do the sounds for you guys. Ah! Oh, my camera skills. Oh no, Edo, sorry. He's not crashed. I mean, he's used all that runway though. There goes the mad dog. I need to fly that again. Wonderful. Right, anyway, I best do some stuff here. So yeah, I don't think there's any upper service around here, guys, but when we get to Mexico there will be. 350 then, that's the cleared level. Squawk is 4757. Perfect. And yeah, we've already checked the SID. It's in the FMC. There we are. Geron 2 Alpha is pronounced. This is quite a nice, gentle tune on the playlist. This is part of the.
71 November, ready for push and start.
Part of the sound thing I pay for, whatever it's called. I can't remember now.
71 November.
Epidemic sound playlist. I like to start some of the nicer ones. Calling Edo a mad dog, I was then. Edo paid for the lot, absolutely. Ho-Ho Chum, hope you're doing well. Evening boss, what's the disadvantage of a rolling v standing takeoff? Great question. So a rolling takeoff, if you set the thrust up, is actually beneficial because the engine's spool up equally, you're ready to go as well, and it also keeps the speed going up too, also for runway occupancy as well. Yeah, typically if you're cleared for takeoff, there's a certain amount of line-up allowance as well to allow for sort of not lining up square. But if your performance is marginal, you want to do sort of quite a sharp lineup. But yeah, there's a few, but depends where you are. Sometimes you have to line up and wait, and sometimes you have immediate takeoff. Really. Perfect. So we've got our clearance. Let's just do a little bit of a briefing. So fuel we've done. Check the instrumentation. Emergency briefing is done. Taxi then will be pushed back to face south. Out via Tango uniform, and then a left turn on the main taxiway all the way down to runway 02, blasting off to the northeast. There's our SID, a Geron 2 Alpha. So actually no, it's a conventional SID, not an RNAV SID. So climb until reaching 5,400 feet, right turn intercept and proceed on radial 035. So what we'll do, we'll set 035 for the course. This has been great for the 727. 035 to Geron, and make sure we're at or above 10,000 feet. And that's the SID. Nice and simple. It's tuned for, cleared for, all ready to go. Perfect. So, guys, I'm due out in 5 minutes. I'll call for the pushback, and then we'll run our checklist. So let's connect.
Ground to cockpit. Tau is driving up.
Excellent. And we'll run our checklist.
Safety inspection checklist. Surfaces and chocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic.
RV Sky check. I think Greg knows that.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
There we are. Before
start checklist to the line.
Oh my god,
IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins. Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Fuel.
So seeing the extra fuel, 18 whether it was included in the block fuel, that's actually part of the minimum flight plan fuel. So 7706 required, 79 on board.
Fuel pumps.
On.
Cabin util IFE galley power.
Oh, sorry guys, just really
Remote
distractions.
exit lights.
Arm.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
Fix auto. Bleeds on.
Pressurization.
So we've got pack order bleeds on and 350.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Hi Brandon, hope you're doing well.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down D10.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
So that's set and
Set and stand by.
putting out off,
Rudder
it's about to
and
push
aileron
back.
trim.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Perfect.
Discussed.
PA.
Complete.
Complete.
FMC
Can't speak
CBU.
Guatemalian. What's the national language of Guatemala?
N1 and IAS bugs.
N1 and IIS auto. V-speed set.
Perfect.
Stab trim.
Set.
Performance, weight and balance.
Is it actually though? No, I didn't set the trim. 1.5. I've got this much newer version of the mod as well. Just came out today. 4.0213. So we'll see how it
EFB.
performs.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck windows and cockpit door.
Closed.
Doors.
Closed.
Passengers.
Seated.
Before start checklist complete
Spanish.
to the line.
Perfect. You can tell I'm on a bit of a slope here. If you look at the artificial horizon, look, see the sign below the right wing and ground and the left. It's, not very flat here, and I can sort of see the doors merged with the apron slightly. Okay, we'll blame the Orphotel on that. Perfect. Well, we're all ready to go. We just wait for our clearance. We've got Alpaca 5 Charlie X-ray taxiing away. I don't know if anyone in chat is from the other group departing Fort Myers. If you're here, hello. Hope you're progressing well. In fact, I'll bring up this map here so we can progressively follow everyone as we fly en route. There's Edo. Hey Muttley, is Zebo available for Microsoft Flight Sim as well as X-Plane? No, it's only available in X-Plane. Skittish, I noticed he advised me to take the west taxiway, however according to charts my wingspan is too wide for it. Oh really? I've not looked got into that much detail. Oh yes, West Taxiway, wingspan of 24 metres or greater. Well, I'm screwed in this because if this is for just under 36 metres, 35.79. Oh, so I technically, yes, we shouldn't be using west. It's the runway from taxiway Kilo. Ah. So you can enter the runway from taxiway Kilo towards the south runway. Okay, yes, you've got to backtrack on the runway. Interesting one, well spotted. But we'll use it anyway. But yeah, it does look quite narrow. Look at that for timing. Let's request push and start. Alpaca 5, 7, Charlie, Alpha, stand 8, request push and start.
Alpaca 5, 7, Charlie Alpha, full position. Actually, push and start approved, tail to the right.
Push start approved, tail to the left. Alpaca 5, 7, Charlie, Alpha. Tail to the left, that means...
5, 7, Charlie Alpha, tail to the right.
Tail to the right, we'll face south. Alpaca 5, 7, Charlie, Alpha. Well, yeah, I was going to say, because, yeah, tail to the right's better.
Please, show me where you want to go.
There we go. Something like that.
Tail connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
And transponders good. Just run the checklist before we do that.
Before start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
What's that rubbish?
Anti-collision light.
It's me wearing all the
parking brake.
Set.
Transponder.
Alt off.
Before start checklist complete.
There we are, on our way. Oh, I'm rolling.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
I don't like how I rolled backwards a little bit. There you go. That was a bit weird. Tom, does your operator fly to Bristol? Maybe. Maybe not. But let me put it this way. I have flown out of Bristol in a 737. Ian McNally, I am familiar with Monty Python, but I don't know about the reference to Guatemala on board. I'm now starting engine number 2.
Alpaca 7 November, ready to taxi.
7 November, position,
Oh, interesting. Guatemala being a place of many trees. There you go. Right, so N2, oil pressure M1. Now let's see. Oh yeah, the N2 should keep going through 25%. It shouldn't just stop like that in the mod. There's a lot of work going on at the moment. Let's monitor the EGT during the engine start. Okay, that's better because it was shooting up quite quickly before, but the N2 will carry on past 25% with the CFM 56 and max motoring's around 28, 29, but obviously you put the fuel in at 25, so it never gets that. It doesn't stop at 25 like that. Okay, starter cut out, and again the EGT should spike up maybe up to 450, 500, and then settle at 400. There's definitely been a lot of changes around here. That should be at 20 as well. Yeah, there's a lot of funky things going on with the engines. It's been basically reworked, I think. N2. Oil pressure, N1. So the rate of acceleration of N2 is really good, and then it just immediately stops at 25, which is not correct.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
The rest otherwise working really well.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Perfect. Well, there's a lot of members here this evening. I hope you're all doing well, guys. Thank you very much for all the support you give me. I really, really appreciate it. And hope you're enjoying the members only stream. If you're new, we do this once a month. One of these members only group flights. 57th in a row I've done. Started all that time back in, what was it? 2020? Was it during COVID? Oh, I can't remember. A long, long time ago. West Noble 1020. How you doing, well, buddy? Nice to see you. B-Sky check. Yep, new engine model. Now it's completely Zebo Zone engine coding, free from laminar research. Ah, I see. Need a bit of tweaking here and there. So, you know, the EGT sort of usually spikes up to 500-ish and then settles at around 400, but the idle M1s have... Well, that thrustles up a little bit, but the idle M1's very high.
Tower is disconnected and bypass beam has been removed.
I know
on the right.
higher elevation
We'll see you
here,
next time
but
and have a safe flight.
let's see what it is in Cancun at sea level, because it is generally 20% ground idle. Give or take a few percent. Right, there goes the tug. Let's do the before taxi flow. Oops, 5. Flight controls, forwards, back, left, right. Oh, can't reach my rudder pedals. Full right and full left for the rudders. Recall, blankly lower DU, and let's do the before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generator,
2019, wow.
On.
So just
APU,
before COVID.
Off.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Air conditioning.
PEX auto. Bleeds on.
Isolation valve.
Auto.
Flaps.
Flips 5 required and selected. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Start levers.
Idle detail.
Flight control.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, request taxi.
Check.
Wouldn't do this until the checklist is complete.
57 Charlie Alpha, continue by a uniform, taxiway west to holding point runway 02.
By uniform, taxiway west to hold point 02, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. So in real life, yeah, we'd never ever request taxi until the checklist, there's the config. Oh crikey, we had a bit of a PMDG Zebo engine spike there, that was a bit quick. That's being fixed still here. Yeah, we'd always complete the checklist first. In reality, I should have said really stand by there. What on earth is going on here? Is a bit smoky. So uniform's the next left here, just to show you that on the chart. And then this is the taxiway, it's a little bit too narrow. Yeah, I was just looking. Let me just stand the engines up to 40%, see how long that takes. Oh yeah, that's very broken. That's even worse than the PMDG. Uh-oh. Let's see how long it... Right, so from ground idle to 40% should take about 7 seconds in the real aircraft. 40%. It's a second. Yeah, it's... Oh dear me, that needs tweaking by poor Zebo. Yeah, that's way off, but I think it's still a work in progress at the moment, but the engine spool up time is well off. Yeah, from ground idle to 40%, it takes a long time to spool up, and then above 40 it spools up quicker, but not as quick as that. That's absurd. Yeah, that's... And spooling down as well. Right, it's going slower now. Yeah, it'll get there, but that is broken. So this is taxiway west, which apparently is too narrow, but it does look wide enough. I've taxied on narrower taxiways. I didn't have that and the control problem anymore. I really have installed. I had the brand new version. This is 40213, literally released this afternoon. Down the hill we go.
Runway 02, left onto Oscar for runway 02, Alpaca 650.
Before takeoff checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Flips 5 set. Green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
So, on the overhead panel we have PAX order bleeds on, V speeds are set for departure, 43, 43, 49 set on the MCP. The SIDs are Geron 2 Alpha, climbing straight ahead until we get to 5,400 feet, which is only, with these engines, only 500 feet above the ground, and then we make a right turn to intercept 035 radial outbound to Geron, climbing to our cruise level, flight level 350. Any problems after departure, we'll just visually keep clear of terrain, which will be hard with this low cloud, so yeah, let's pray.
Video.
Cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Zebo fitted a turbo, brilliant. Yeah, that needs tweaking. That's worse than in the PMDG at the moment. That's always had quick smaller time. But I don't know what's going on with the contrails. Yeah, if I was my colleague, the whole point, I might mention that to them. Yeah, you can see here, this is probably why it's too narrow. Look, this wing is actually... You exceeding the edge of the runway. Now, you wouldn't want to overrun here, would you? Going flying again. Now, the chemtrails and more comes from the particle system in X-plane. Okay. Roger. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, ready for departure.
57 Charlie Alpha, clear for takeoff runway 02, winds variable minutes.
Right, 02 cleared, takeoff Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. So we'll do an Edo rolling takeoff as well. So strokes.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, line up and wait runway 02.
So takeoff clearance cancelled. We're just holding, lining up runway 02. Now I'm not an air traffic controller, but if takeoff clearance is cancelled, they're meant to say takeoff clearance cancelled instead of just saying line up and wait, because that could be misleading. So I can't do that rolling takeoff. It's a good job I didn't do a rolling takeoff, and I did a rubbish line up. Oh, these engines are broken. With the small up time to 40%. No. Cockpit lighting's okay at this direction though. Better do our checks anyway, haven't we?
On the taxiway west to holding point, runway 02.
Before takeoff checklist below the line, NCP. Transponder.
Yeah, exactly, V-Sky check, that's what I was aware of. Zebo's.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist.
Yeah,
complete.
Zebo's stressed to me that this is still a work in progress, so.
57 Charlie Alpha, clear for takeoff runway 02, wind variable minutes.
Runway 02, now clear takeoff, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Perfect, so lights are on, checklist complete, let's go to Cancun. Definitely stabilised, my goodness. Stabilised, set takeoff.
71 November, 30.
Yeah, way too fast, small up there. Oof, we're off. Takeoff for set indications all.
Line up and wait. After traffic Alpaca 7111.
80 knots.
Checked, release forward pressure. Here comes that ramp. Although we're going to be going too slow for that. Oh, my nose was bouncing off the runway, oh dear.
V1.
Up we go. Okay. Oh, crikey. We use all the runway. Yeah, it's nice rotation though, that felt good. Gear up. Trim.
$400.
Down nav. Wait for the right turn. There it is. Very good. No problem at all. Over to Unicom 122.8 Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Thank you very much for your time this evening. Bye bye.
No.
Perfect. So we'll book up. Yeah, that was a lot of runway used. So again, the flight director pitch bar in the mod it should be really pitching down to 8 degrees to accelerate the aircraft. But look at what it's commanding. A much higher attitude. It's been this for a while back, and I have let Zebo know. So when you bug up, the flight director pitch bar really lowers to allow for this. This is where the flight director bar should be, but I'm obviously pitching below it. It wouldn't accelerate very well if you were actually at the flight director bar pitch. Now we can follow it because it's telling us to pitch up to maintain 211 knots, which is fine. Come on, pitch up now, pitch up. Command me 211. I'm going to accelerate now anyway, so VNAV, set standards. That's better. Trim. It's 23 degrees outside at 9,000 feet, so we definitely don't need engine anti-ice. Now we're all in trim. Perfect. Command A and after takeoff checklist. Might as well do the pre-cruise checks as we're passing 10,000 feet. Air conditioning and pressurisation 2.0. Oops, don't forget to set the trim air on. That's why we do these checks. Set. Release the crew, release the passengers. Recall, there we are. Pre-cruise and After takeoff, checklist complete. Absolutely got this well. Well, that was a very straightforward departure. We're on our way. There we are, so you can see we're tracking on the radial very nicely. And if we were to go over to VOR here, look, you can see we're nicely lined up on the course. We'll take a degree, so you can see how the HSI moves. That's why we tune it, so... Oops, well, you guys can't see the course there, can you? That's why we tune it, look, for raw data backup, so if there was any issue with the FMC, look, we could just conventionally navigate on these SIDs, but there's not many SIDs like this now. RNAV's replacing everything. Let's make sure we move the charts back. Go back to expanded map. There we go. Good. Yeah, that was quick to fly level 100. Well, yeah, I mean, we're already at 5,000 feet. Didn't take long at all. Yeah, V-Sky check. Yeah, what's happened to the flight directors? They used to be really, really good, but now they're very lethargic. So, I mean, I'll sort of test it here. Let's test it here. If I just open the speed window here, bug back. See, that's actually not bad. That's now fine. It's just that acceleration. So if I now lower, let's see here. So if I bug now 320, see, that's actually very good. It's just that initial phase from after takeoff. This rate of change is quite atypical. Yeah, that's good. Doesn't quite. Yeah. So when you're in level change accelerating, it really does a shallow climb, not this high. Probably about 300 or 400 feet per minute it would command. No more than nowhere near 1,000 sort of maximum. So that, yeah, it's oscillating slightly. That's about the maximum it would do, but it's certainly less than 400. Now if I close it, let's see how it pitches up. See, that's maybe a little bit too aggressive. Just to let you know, people, Cancun's using inches. We're going to have to switch over then. And bottle effects are cool, but they're a bit excessive, especially at this sort of height now. Well, if there's no delay, our ETA is just over an hour. See how busy it is. See a nice steady flow of traffic, a bit of space between myself and 5 Charlie X-ray. We're well on our way. And here at Geron. Rest of us. What countries? Is it Belize? Yes, Belize is here. Where's the political map? That's what I want. Guatemala, Mexico. This part of the world I'm just unfamiliar with. Very rarely fly over here. Nice long straight track here, look, 229 miles, but that's actually quite common, seeing shortcuts like that, certainly more so in Europe now. Very good, Gary Field, you're behind, excellent. Are you in Alpaca 7-1 November, I believe? Yes. Very good, and this is Gary's first day on VATSIM. I know you said you did a test sector earlier, didn't you? And now you've jumped into the deep end on a group flight, so well done for participating, and thank you very much for joining in. V-Sky check, how's the fuel flow during the climb? Let's have a look. Oops, I'll have to go like this. Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty... I'm not usually monitoring fuel flow on the climb, so I can't tell you exactly if passing 20,000 feet this is what it is, 'cause it's not something we usually monitor. Let's see how it is in the cruise, but yeah, it's a typical, I'd say. especially as we climb higher, the air density decreases as the thrust. Excellent, Gary. Nice area out the window as well. Ortho's improved a lot over the last few years. The quality of the images worldwide. Actually, is that our first time we've departed from Guatemala? I don't think we've ever flown there on a stream before. Greg, more thanks. Coming in, there are over 30 volcanoes in Guatemala. Well, there you go. Didn't know that. East Skycheck, good thanks. I have 3 on roll and 2.8 on M1 climb, usually 1.2 on cruise settled. 1.2, yeah, that's about right. If you're fully loaded, 1.2 tons an hour per engine. Having store, you are trying the update now. Have to try spooling up to 60% M1 from idle later. That's weird. So yeah, the spool up time is very slow to start with. I mean, if I could use this as a, there's no way of drawing on this. No, only on the charts. Let me get the sim brief chart out. Oh yeah, look, I can use this as a scribble pad. If I draw a table. There you go. So the spool up should be like this, should be very slow, and then above 40% like that. So this is time, and that's to M1. So if you were to firewall the thrust lever on the ground, it should take that amount of time to get to 40%, and then it should read much quicker, which is why we in flight the idle thrust setting isn't 20%, it's about 45, 50 to ensure that if we have to go around, that's also why we have flaps as well, not only to fly slower, it's to ensure that the thrust is high enough to allow for a rapid increase in M1, you know, into a go around. Early generation jets were notoriously dangerous on approach because of their spool up time, and I remember speaking to one of my uncle's best friends who was a navigator. He was a navigator on the Vulcan and the GR4 Tornado, but when he joined the RAF, he actually had a few flights on the what's the really old, what was the first reconnaissance plane? Canberra. It was the Canberra, and the engines on those were notoriously slow at spooling up, and I think it had a nickname in the Air Force for killing its pilots. And if you had an engine failure at low speed, it was sort of game over, really. So, just because the spool up time on the remaining engine was so slow, because of the early generation of jets, but with turbofans, they are still slow, but once you get above a certain M1, they are very responsive. Tom, I've been on a 737 since 2017. I haven't been on a 737 since 2017. Yeah, coming up to 7 years now. I have to book myself a flight, get on one there, Tom Hayes-Cats. And Simfly UK, you are now up in the cruise. Excellent. Yes, having store. If you drop that video in the Zebo mod chat, that would be useful for Zebo. Anyway, a little bit of weather. I've not seen weather in the sim for a while, so that's off to our sort of 3 at 2 o'clock. So, see anything in this? Yeah. Something over there, so we're well aware from it. 40 miles. Let's see if that's depicted on Navigraph at all. I can't remember how to bring up the weather. No, the radar's on, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's picking up a little bit here, but not what I'm seeing on our weather radar. That looks something a lot worse. That's obviously too far away. So there should be something here painting on the Belize border, but nothing here on the actual radar from Navigraph. I don't know how accurate this is. Keep an eye on it. But we're clear. Ian, wasn't the Canberra notorious for low flying? I don't know much about it. I just knew the engines were very slow spawning up and it killed a lot of Air Force pilots. Yeah, there's climb M100.3, but that's pretty accurate at this level. Bank angle's 10 degrees. Quite surprised no one in chat spotted that yet. Yes, having store, yeah. It's all going to be worked on with the M1 anyway, and the Zebra mod sounds about right. Oh, here we go, Steve. So, quote, the aircraft was named by Sir George Nelson, the chairman of English Electric, who was interested in Australia's potential interest in the aircraft. Guess that naming idea worked for the Canberra. Ah, so that's where its name comes from. Very interesting. It's next round, so it could be around 30 minutes old. It might be different. What X-plane's projecting? Ah, okay. Oh, I actually need to look at it on real world radar online or something. See what that shows. Unfortunately, it doesn't show whether in Mexico, this map I've got. No.
1,000 to go.
Check, that's what I'm looking at here, guys. So I'm just departing Guatemala. It's meant to be live, but again, this might be delayed as well. You can see there's a lot over in the Caribbean, look at that. In the UK, we've had loads of rain down. Look all north of London here, loads of rain at the moment. We've had loads of weather warnings from my operators today. I'm quite glad to be tucked up at home. There we are. There's our cruise. Flight level 350. Over 170 miles to the next waypoint, so we can't actually really do a fuel and time check until we get there. Which will be not far from top of descent, but looking at our fuel arrival, 4.1, which is plenty. 1.9 for our reserves, so we've got at least that extra 45 minutes of fuel to use later. Happy days. Perfect. And Canberra was a new city created as the Oz capital to stop the moaning between Melbourne and Sydney. No, I didn't know at all. Vanguard, I'm on my way to flight level 390. I'm ready for a good tale of the cockpit. Any interesting stories that have happened from the cockpit? Nothing too disastrous or exciting, really. I've not flown much this year, actually. I'll tell you how many hours I've done. Because obviously now as an instructor, I spend 75% of my time instructing. So let's have a look here at my hours this year. So total time, total hours in the current year. God blimey, I've not right. This is my year so far, guys. Hold on. Don't know if you can see it. Hardly flown. 147 hours. That's all I've flown this year. And we're in September. 292 hours in the simulator. I log all my sim time. 292 hours. So total time 439. But that doesn't include, you know, that's our actual time in the sim. That doesn't include the briefing and debriefing times. So briefing is an hour and a half before a sim session itself, which is logged, and then a debriefing is an hour. So you know, actual duty time's a lot higher. But no, I've only flown 147 hours this year, which is that's what it is now. I'm typically in a year fly to 200 to 300 hours now as tier E, and the rest is in the sim. Which I like that. That's me. I don't know what my total time is on the 737 now. Let's have a look. All time total 6,400 hours is my total time on the 737, including sim experience. Oh look, nearly at 8,000 hours. I'll pass 8,000 total hours this week. Look, See at the bottom, total time 7,994. So that includes time as an instructor. So I don't log my own sim checks, but that's time logged as an instructor examining as well. So that's my total experience. But yeah, quiet year flying. But I am busy next week. I've actually got out of the 5 days I'm flying on 4 of them, and I've got 2 4 sectors, 2 2 sectors, so 12 sectors next week. So I'll probably do 30 hours in the next 5 days. How many X-plane hours do I have? Probably about, I think when I had, because I play X-plane 12 independently of Steam now. Steam obviously logged your playtime. X-plane 11 was over 1,000. So it's probably closer to 2,000 and 1,500. And Microsoft Flight Sim's probably 500. And that's only since I started streaming. So I've probably simmed not that far off what I've done in real life. In reality. Yeah, I thought I'd flown that. If you said to me, got how many hours you've flown this year, I'd probably say, 250. I wasn't expecting it to be as low as that. Tom Hates Cats, have you flown on the A350? I have. I went on an A350 from Hong Kong to Auckland back in 2017. I went to New Zealand for 3 weeks. Well, not as long as that, actually, it was 2 weeks. And I flew with Cathay. And it was 777 from Heathrow to Hong Kong, and then A350. It's brand new, this A350, from the sector to Auckland. Oh my god, Skittish, how did you find that out? According to VATSIM Radar, you have 1,100 hours of VATSIM. What the hell? Really? That's insane. I didn't even know that. That doesn't, I mean, that's just VATSIM. What about all the test sectors and streams I've done offline? Crikey. That's so many. Flying Warner, it would be interesting to see how Navigraph radar compared what you're seeing when flying. A sneaky login to check. Yeah, have a look. I've got a brand new app at work now, which is great, coming up the Jefferson one. This is such a cool app. I don't think I can show you much of it without giving away too much. I was actually having a look here. Yeah, I can show you that. It's not going to give away anything. So, this is the new app at work. I was looking at here. This is the Jefferson's Nav Pro. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Flight Deck Pro X. So if you wanted that on your iPad, you'd probably have to pay a subscription of £1,000 a month. This is a new thing we're getting at work from next month. It's really, 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 really good. So you can zoom in. It's like Navigraph basically. Let me just find an airport. Fine, for example, airport. Let's go for Munich. Go to airport diagram. Look at this. So this is what we're going to be using to assist us on the line whilst taxiing. So this is Munich. Watch this as I zoom in. Okay. Look at that. It's just like the Navigraph. Look at that. We can zoom in, and we can use this with the radar, so we can actually track our progress in taxi. So this is going to be used on the line, and it fully syncs with the Boeing OPT app. So if we were to get the app, put the landing performance in the OPT, and then you can send output, just to show you here, landing on route. So if I was to put in here Munich, landing on 26 left, just putting some random stuff in my work iPad, 0, 15, 013, landing at 65 tons, flat 40, calculate. So how do I send that? There we are. So I've just done all the... I'm blanking certain things. So I've just done the performance, okay, in the OPT. This is the real world OPT we use, okay. And you see the options there. I can send that information now to the app. So send results to Jefferson Flight Deck Pro, done. Import data, and now when you land, it'll show you all the distance. I don't know if you can you see that, guys? Look, it will show you what auto brake setting from the OPT, because it's obviously both made by Boeing, and show you where you're going to stop. So if you select auto brake 1, 2 or 3, look, that's where you're going to stop. How cool is that as a feature? Now it'd be really good if Navigraph could implement something like that in the future, but this is not what you're using on the land. So you can put your data in the Boeing OPT, send it to FD Pro, and you can exactly work out your auto brake. Do you know what we were doing before that? We were using the scale and a piece of paper to work out your distance. So yeah, really looking forward to using that. And it's really cool because this Tyrio gets sent all this stuff early to test it out and provide feedback. So I've been showing people when I went flying. I think Line Crew have got it now, but when I was flying a couple of weeks ago, I got access to this, and they were like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" So we were sort of trialing it. Vanka, where can I get one? If you want to send your CV and get a job here, I can send that to you. I don't know if you can. This is all OPT, Boeing proprietary stuff. So yeah, it's a bit like BTV on the Airbus, isn't it? I can just choose where I want to go. What's this gigantic cloud I'm about to fly into? That's concerning. Although it doesn't seem to paint on the radar at all. We'll be fine. Touring 4x4, what do you think of JAL putting their order in for some boom over 2 aircraft? That'd be hilarious. That'd be very cool if I got type rated on though. I mean, how big is this boom over 2 thing? I mean, I saw a clip, I think recently. Oops, look, poor flying. Forgot to put the centre tank pumps on. They've got like a whole factory built, haven't they, to build this aircraft? Hasn't there some sort of orders for this from some large airlines? I'm not sure, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that develops. Vanguard, I have 10,000 hours at X-Plane. Will that get me a foot in the door? I'd happily let you have a go. Tour 4, they reckon a stretched out 787. Is that what it's going to look like, the final build? Yeah, United, they've got it, haven't they? Steve M. Jepson Flight Deck Pro don't provide a price, just a link to enter your details for more information. So that isn't going to be cheap then. No, it's well, I think my operator and other operators describe it as an investment. so no doubt it's a very pricey subscription, but it's a very powerful tool, and obviously it's proved to be used for navigation, and they're all linked to the charts. So obviously here I have all the taxi charts, but I can and this is obviously the one I think I'm gonna, let me just bring up UCam. This is the one I'm gonna use primarily whilst we're taxiing around, but you can obviously bring up the conventional airport charts as well. So there we are. That's the normal Jefferson chart there, look, that we're all familiar with. So yeah, very good. So I've been playing around with it in preparation for it going live soon. So Stephen investment, AK how much? Yeah, oh goodness, I mean, probably millions. I don't know. Listen to me, I know it's quite funny. Listen to me, I'm not gonna beat with the bush here. The Navigraph stuff is identical. it's absolutely identical. You could, obviously you can't, but you could take that stuff and use it to navigate. Absolutely, no problem at all, and it's up to date. It's crazy, really, but that's what you have access to, guys. You have access to all this stuff airlines pay a fortune for. And I remember, can you remember years ago I did a comparison, I think I put it in Discord, of a flight plan for my operator to a Simbury flight plan. And I think it was like a 2-hour sector. The block fuel was within 10 kilos. I couldn't believe it. And obviously, in reality, our flight plans are unique to the aircraft registration, because every aircraft has a slightly different fuel burn based off the engines. They progress the fuel burn of every aircraft and then put fuel bias on. It's crazy how close it was. Crazy. Excuse me, I just have a sip of water. Ian, is Simbury for head of Jefferson in tech development? No, this app looks very sophisticated. I think similar in a way, but comparison to Nav Blue. Nav Blue I found, well, I've always liked Nav Blue charts, but the en route map tool is very slow, drains the battery. I think this FD Jefferson one is a lot more optimised. But no, the Navigraph tool is very, very powerful. So here we are, smashing through a large cloud, which you probably wouldn't want to do at this height. Outside air temperature is minus 46, so engine anti-ice isn't required. Master caution fuel. The real aircraft generally goes to 0, and then 30 seconds later the centre bombs start flickering. Always struggle to get that last 10 kilos out of the mod. We'll start setting up soon, 136 miles from top of descent. There's just no ATC en route in this part of the world, but nice that both VATSM USA and I can't remember the sector that covered Guatemala when I emailed them. They were both very enthusiastic and looking forward to providing ATC. And when I mentioned, look, it's just departure points, I always say, look, it's only a few departures, so don't call in the cavalry. But I think certainly in the case of those departing from, where was it, the north, I can't remember now, not Key West, Fort Myers, there was a real enthusiasm for guys to, we'll make sure we have full ATC. But that was great to have that tower controller at Guatemala. There's a lot of alpacas. Crikey, look at the VATSM map, I've just seen it now. And there's only approaching tower online, he's going to be busy. And there's look, I've just seen a mini group flight. There's a mini group flight in America, in Florida, but we're definitely the most defined group flight, if I one way say so myself. I'll take my obligatory screenshot, and I always post that to Instagram. Tag all the controllers. Very good. Don't forget to don't forget to share your screenshots in Discord for the group flight as well. Perfect. Let's look for GIFs for alpacas. There's got to be ready. Ah yes, I found the perfect one. Perfect. Posted. That's a bit of an alpaca lips and just one approach controller. He's going to have fun. It looked very busy on the VATSM map. Best group flight, absolutely skittish. Very good having store. Yeah, it might have been to do with the elevation then, why we had such a high N1. But I've never been anywhere sort of above a 2,000 feet, and I've never really noticed an N1 significantly higher than 20%. Otherwise I would have remembered. Simfly, I like the textures, the Zebra mod. Yeah, within X-Plane, I think the textures are fine. I think are the tools in Microsoft Flight Simulator better for them to make high quality cockpits? I mean, it's not bad at all in here. I love for example, the MCP lights, but you can sort of see, look, it's not circular, but those things don't bother me at all. Thank God, Guatemala is looking beautiful. Just posted a screenshot. Excellent. You fly the 650 regularly, don't you, Vanguard? I need to fly that again. I've only flown it on one stream, and I have it all. Well, it's not installed, but the thing is, a lot of add-ons, such as, for example, the IXEG, and I think again the Challenger 650, they install a lot of plugins and things in X-Plane, don't they? I think the IXEG has this other plugin installed which isn't compatible with other add-ons. So generally anything that has things like that I uninstall, so it doesn't. I've had conflicts in the past with certain plugins in X-Plane not working. I think once I had the IXEG installed also along with the INI builds A300, and there was a compatibility issue with the INI builds and it was not working properly. So I had to uninstall the IXEG. Ian, what's the alternate destination? I'll show you because I certainly can't pronounce it. It's just here to the south. Mike Charlie Zulu, San Miguel de Cozumel, on this island to the south of Cancun, but it's got a large, two long runways, and it's nearby. So both are 3,000 meters. So I don't know how popular this is as an airport. You know, it's got a terminal there, number of spaces. It's probably a real diversion airport, but very close. Oh, just looked in. Got a bit of a hello. A bit of turbulence here. It's a bit rough. Steady as anything outside there. Gizmo, yeah, that was the weird plug-in Johan Jacobs with IXCG, yeah. Fading West, have you had to take a splash of de-icing fluid yet? Sprayed my first 2 of the season just this morning. Oh no, nothing yet, Fading West. Not cold enough yet for any of that. You a ramper, aren't you? Or work on the ramp? I think you remember you saying that last stream. Simfly UK, Alpaca 41 Juliet Romeo, already over halfway there. Great flight so far. It's been epic. Very, very good. Have you had full ATC for the guys from Fort Myers? Thank God you're loving the 650. Super stable, hot start developers squashed over 4,900 bugs since its release. Unbelievable. Ah, very good, Fading West. Oh, you don't need to call me sir, you call me Sam here. It's fine. No, it's no de-icing yet, but it's coming. The season is coming. Ah, excellent, Andy. Very good. No, we've been unicomming since departure, unfortunately, but no doubt as we get a little bit closer to Cancun from the south, we'll receive some ATC. In fact, just looking on the map here, we're approaching a point where we shall get some ATC with Merida Center on 1277. He's got a lot of traffic in his airspace. Edo's nearing Cancun as well. First departure out. See how the approach controller gets on today. I mean, we've had group flights where I've still been on the ground in 1 hour 15 minutes in. Winter is coming, yes. Need to brush up on those winter SOPs. Well, if you look on YouTube, the members only videos, which are all old Discord stage events, my first ever members only video was a winter operations refresher. So if you guys are interested, let me get the link for that. I'll post it in chat, and then you can use that, because yeah, that's not far away for that. And it was basically quite a detailed insight. Took off from Stansted, landed. We did the whole de-icing profile, the procedure, the before taxi freezing conditions checklist, the after landing freezing checklist as well. So hopefully you'll find that useful. You can find my videos. There we go. Oh, my old voice. Right, share. So yeah, don't forget, if you go, you know, I want to make sure you're fully aware of all the perks as members. So, you know, the members only Discord, if you're not there, if you're struggling to get into that Discord, let me know now and we'll help you. But don't forget, there's a number of members only videos which are all old Discord stage events, which I try and do monthly, and they're quite detailed, you know, more so than my older tutorials. You know, I want to do more tutorials. It's just sitting down and finding the time, and also finding stuff that people are interested in as well. So now I just need to find this stream, because obviously it's hidden from public view. There we go. So I've just popped in the link there. So there's a video, it's a bit of a winter refresher for you, and that's you should be able to all view that, because this is a members only live stream. No, Nightbot doesn't work, unfortunately, because this is a members only stream. Nightbot can't see the stream, so I need all my moderators having their BDR on it, but you guys are all very well behaved, so. So yes, of course that command won't work. Oh, Vanguard, very good. Ah, yeah, I think you're referring, though, Vanguard, to my OG FSX PMDG tutorial on winter operations. Have a look at that. That was only from 9 months ago in the PMDG 737, I think. Or was it the PMDG or Zevo mod? I just posted the link, can't remember. It's sort of very similar, but it's up to date. But yeah, that was in Microsoft Flight Simulator with GSX, the whole de-icing profile as well. So that was my first ever Discord stage event. Yeah, so Bubblegum SG, what tutorials do I have in mind? Well, one thing I want to cover, which shouldn't take me long, is a lot of people have commented, could you talk me through the Thrustmaster settings for people that have the yoke? So I know all of you don't have the yoke, but they want to know what the buttons are and want to have it configured to. So I have it configured as close as I can to the 737. A member recently requested a raw data departure tutorial, so again, these are things that won't take much time to cover, so it's just sitting down and doing it really. But I like to usually sit down and plan streams. I enjoy streaming so much more as well. And then when Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 comes out, I will probably do a number of streams around release so we can explore it, have a play with it there as well. Take the default max for a... Right, I've been looking at some preview videos of the default max, and I'm not going to mention any people that have reviewed it, done test flights. They're singing their praises, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. It looks, let's just say this. I'm going to be polite. It looks very default. It's a very default aircraft. There's just a number of things I saw, and I was like, And I saw a couple of takeoff and landings. I was like, okay, it seemed to be moving a bit smoother. I just want to get my hands on it and see what it's like. So yes. Let's hope someone like Zebo comes along, because obviously when Microsoft Flight Simulator was released, they had the default A320, and Fly-by-Wire came along as a new dev and took it on board and started improving it. And the Fly-by-Wire, actually, I don't fly it anymore. I've been flying the Phoenix, but it's still quite good, isn't it? Hopefully someone like that will come and try the Max out, because I've flown the Max now for nearly 2 years, and I like the aircraft and I know how it works now, and it'd be nice to have one in the sim that's accurate. So yes, we'll have to see. This bit just messing with me. Brilliant. Ian McNally, yes, that would be good. I mean, a lot of people ask me, what do you have your throttle curves set to, the aileron and pitch curves? I've spent time sat down playing with this, but by just plugging and playing, I'm happy with what I get in the desktop sim. You could probably make it slightly better, but the feel's not exactly the same in any peripheral. But you know, you can spend a long time fiddling and changing it. I can't ever find anything that I feel comfortable with. Anyway, look at that, guys. I've been chatting 40 miles. Let's start setting up. 250 below 10,000 feet. Someone mentioned that it's inches of mercury as well. Let's request the winds. We'll rattle off a briefing. This is all default weather, Vanguard in Explain. Yeah, it looks pretty default too, with a lot made to the walk around. Yeah, so I saw this. They have this thing now in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 where you've got to do a walk around and remove the pitot tubes and things like that. I've never done that. I've never removed a pitot tube from a 737 or removed the chocks. It's just, you know, it's the engineers that do that on the first wave. I've never had to do that, nor would I ever have to. So it's a bit random, that one, but I think they're just sort of getting it a bit inclusive. But the tutorial, the campaign thing does look quite fun. So I think I'm going to start a playlist for a bit of fun, and you know, we can have our alter ego Jim, or we can have the life of Jim and his career as a playlist. I thought that would be quite fun, and explore the features of the sim that way. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Corporate Fly. Absolutely, Richard. Yeah, that would be the job of a corporate pilot, to have to do all of that. But unfortunately, I don't have to worry about that. Right, winds are in, fixed wings in for runway. Now, I'm going to plan for 1-2 left, just because that's what they're using in real life. No doubt, whatever we plan for, we'll end up doing something completely different, but hey-ho. 10-4, and we are at 35,000 feet, so 105 miles is roughly where top of descent will commence. That's set. So coming in from Pooley, Paulie, we have a speed of 280, 260 to 240, which is coded. Upper November 530 is the next restriction. Then to Hurin, holding there at 15,000 if needed. Upper November 523, 12,000, 511, 9,000, max 220 knots. And then so Arnav Sid takes you basically all the way downwind to Alino and puts you at 3,000 feet at Alino, which is going to be very low, so we can follow that and use VS as required to try and fly a CDA. So that's all set RNAV SID wise. Onto the ILS approach for runway 12. I'll just go with lock 1, we'll hide this here. So frequency is 110.7. So that's on standby on box 1 and 2. Tested it earlier, you see Cancun. Course 125 and 125. Let's go back to the chart then. Minimums 250 feet. There we are, 250 feet. Also got Navigraph up, save us something to get the ATIS. Just get it via this. So weather, ATIS, VATSIM. So expect ILS DME 3 approach. Well, that's good to know. So I can actually select approach here. ILS DME 3 approach for runway 12 left. So we can get rid of that chart. It's always worthwhile getting the ATIS before you start briefing. Via MBIS, which makes sense via the RNAV transition, so I'll execute that. That's much better, all the way out to MBIS, and it's 3,000 feet all the way round. And let's look here, we actually have to be mandatory at Alino at 3,000, so that's going to allow for a continuous descent, which is good. No shortcuts, will keep us high. Minimums on the ILS3 have no, they're exactly the same, 250 feet, and just the weather. The altimeter is 2980. So yeah, 12 left for arrivals and information Foxtrot. 32 degrees, very hot. Winds nice, gentle, but a bit hazy. 7 statute miles. It's going to be so humid there. 32, a dew point of 24. Yeah, it's super humid then. So altimeter 2980. Select here, and that's to reset MCP altitude already, so we'll set 260, which is our next restriction. So I'll fly the RNAV transitional vectors, MSA no issues, 2,000 feet, RVR is half a statute mile, there's no issue today. If we go around, turn left, continue climbing on the missed approach to holding pattern at Ampus at 3,000 feet. Just make sure that's coded. Hold at Ampus, 3,000 feet. Great. Fuel 4.5, that's loads of gas, 600 kilos to burn between now and touchdown. So our landing weight is going to be 63.1. It's on the heavy side, but 2 tons below the max landing weight. Let's have a look at the landing performance. So flat 30. Runway 12 left. Surface wind was 0404. Stop ascent, guys. Down we go. Temperature 32. Altimeter for 1013. What was it? 2980. So it's going to be slightly less. Oh, let's guess at 1010. Let's try flat 30. Landing weight 63.1. Perfect. So landing on runway 12 left. Ding dong. Too much going on. 2,800 meters. We've got to go Alpha 3. We've got to go Alpha 3. So I'm going to go flat 30 auto brake 2 and brake manually. Be a bit conservative going 3, but we'll go with 2. Right, contact next frequency 128.3. Takes an apron briefing. We'll brief in a second. This is, who am I talking to?
Me, this is the bonus Alpaca 650, just taking it, flight level 390.
Perfect. Information Foxtrot.
And last circle. It's Alpaca 650. Alpaca 650, Merida Center, good afternoon.
Radar contact 100 miles south of Cozumel. Maintain flight level. Descend to flight level 210.
Descent to flight level 210, Alpaca 650.
Radar, very good evening. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Currently descending flight level 260 inbound to Marid.
Alpaca 57 Alpha.
Okay, Charlie.
Media Center, good afternoon. Radar contact. Descend via Paule 2 Hotel to flight level. Disregard. Just descend to flight level 200.
Paolo 2 Hotel, expecting 7 flight level 200 Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. So 200 sets. We'll continue on the arrival.
Alpaca 67 Media Center, good afternoon. Reduce.
Oh, he listed with like his train sim. We had to walk to every carriage to release the brakes. Ugh.
And Alpaca 67, descend via nose at 1 Bravo.
Can you imagine if it walk around as a false before even entering the plane? A double tilt will soon wear off. I agree, but I think it's probably in the career mode. Alex, have a question. Think of building a tiller. Can you describe how it feels, like how much force you need to use it? Is it flyby? No, it's mechanical. You're attached to a cable, and it's quite heavy actually. It's surprisingly heavy. So if you were to create something, it probably, you need to have it weighted, but just looking at the CV there, but yeah, it's quite heavy. Fantastic, look at that. Spent all the time in the cockpit, but look at where we're actually flying over. Yeah, the idle M1's quite good there. So there we are, VNAV's just going to level off now because it wants us level at 260, so what we're going to do is push it out into vent. That way the aircraft will now descend at 1,000 feet per minute until it recaptures the profile. It's working well.
Alpaca November Alpha Kilo.
Tommy visited the flight deck of an A321 from Finnair when I flew from Helsinki to Heathrow. It's after we parked the gate and passed through deboarding. Very cool. Yeah, most flight crew, unless they're tight for time, will let guys have a look. Steve, someone's complaining about the career mode in 2024, saying you cannot bypass the training from the start. You have to at least pass all the final flight tests, including the Cessna 172. Well, even in free flight, Steve. Surely in free flight you can do whatever you want. Maybe in the career mode you can't. But yeah, we'll do the career as a playlist for beep and giggles. Just the career mode, good. Yeah, if they banned that from free flight, that would not go down well. Career mode, I can sort of understand that. That's okay. Was that for me? Did I miss a call? The only thing I didn't brief was the taxi apron. So we'll land off 1-2 left. Oh, where's the airport? There it is. So vacated Alpha 3, maybe in via Delta, and then anyone on the southern side of the terminal. We'll have to see where we go. This is just again stock scenery, but does look very nice in the sim. Perfect, let's do the descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Set.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing and fuel.
Discussed.
IAS and alt bugs.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist complete.
Perfect. So that's the island we'd divert to if we couldn't get in. So there we are, that's our alternate Cozumel International, and that's the island. We're obviously on the Pool 2 Hotel arrival. That's just off to the left hand side. Muttley, is the career mode any good for a newbie to flight sims, or is it just a money maker? Good question, actually. I did see, worryingly, something about in-game currency. Now, what's that all about? So long as they allow people to do free flight flying the aircraft without having to spend in-game currency, that's fine. But I think the in-game currency, I don't know, and I just hope they don't go to, lots of games have in-game currency now. So, you know, let's see. East Coast FX streaming, excellent, and good luck. Thank you very much, buddy. But yeah, look, it's going to look amazing, that's without a doubt. Very low on profile, but that was because of the restriction at Paulie. We had to be below 260. His profile's going back up. It's nice arrival, Cancun.
Alpaca 650.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, descend via Paule 2 Hotel to 18,000.
Paula 2 Hotel, descend to 18,000. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. What's the QNH?
Is somebody friend of Alpaca 71 November?
Someone of...
Alpaca, can you tell them to contact me? Alpaca 71 November Media.
Oh, is Alpaca 71 November here? Can you contact... I'll put it in chat. Alpaca... What was it? 571 November? I can't remember.
Alpaca 41 Juliet Romeo, contact Cancun approach.
Contact this guy. Contact 128.3. Probably missed the notification.
Contact approach on 124.7. Thank you very much for your service.
Oh, 71 November, sorry. So, I don't, it might be one of the new guys, but if you're new to VATSIM and you're not sure. 250 knots, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha.
Alpaca 650, reduced to 50 knots indicated.
So 250. Told VNav wanted to do 250. That's upgraded, updated the path for 250 as well. Ah, Gary, yes, Gary, who is new to VATSIM. So, what happens, Gary, if you're on Unicom and you enter airspace in a controller, they'll contact you. So you hopefully would have got a ping on your client that says contact 128.3, and it would have gone doot, doot, doot. I'll show you my screen. There you go. So it will say please contact me on 128.3 from the centre. Earning virtual money in the sim. Brilliant. God, it's a very flat island, isn't it? Oh, there's the alternate airfield. Hopefully we won't end up there. But we got 45 minutes holding fuel here.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, contact Cancun approach 124.7.
124.7, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Good day.
Good day, Alpaca.
I'm
sorry, I thought you said you're heading 200. What's the maturity? That was for another traffic probably. So you can fly direct to Atmos, Alpha Papa Mike Uniform Sierra, and resume the arrival, please. Yes, fly direct transfers for Alpaca 41 right. FedEx 753,
it's going to be busy. 20,000. Pressurization's all good. Pop the seatbelt sign on now. I've got a fun idea that these controllers are very good. So I think they have this event frequently in Cancun. Cancun, we've used it in MOGF before as a crossfire, but I think it's a very popular destination because obviously it's a large airport, very popular with tourists from Europe. Oops, need the altimeter. From Europe and the US, and obviously as domestic flights go as well. So it's always busy, I think, when there's some events. Just want to get the altimeter setting, which I'll look at now. 2980, perfect. Cancun approach, good evening, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, descending 18,000, altimeter 2980, about Hurin.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, descend via runway 3000.
Send via the arrival to 3000 Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. I think that's what he said. Set 3000. Makes sense with the bottom arrival. So 3000 feet set, and let VNAV do its thing. Good test for VNAV to make sure it complies with the path and speed restrictions. Listening, I saw this. Did someone share this in Discord? Did I see that shared by someone else? This was an Indian flight student who, in a flight school in America, he obviously must have been struggling and wanted to fly solo. He was refused his solo flight, so he damaged and sabotaged all the aircraft. He was arrested, wasn't he? It was last year, but I think it came out in the media again recently. And his excuse was he wanted the instructor to feel bad or something. It's ridiculous. Beautiful. Yeah, crazy Joshua, I saw it. I watched the police interview, I was like, what? Well, I promise you one thing, guys. Like when Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 came out, you won't see me switching exclusively doing content. I love X-Plane still. It very much has a place in its future. I mean, how many people actually said when Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 came out that X-Plane would die? No. This is Microsoft Flight Sim, in fact, has brought a lot of people into flight simulation for the first time, and a lot of those people that have gone into flight simulation for the first time have actually gone, oh, you know, I might actually have a look at X-Plane. So I know a lot of people think that Microsoft Flight Sim might actually hurt X-Plane. I think it actually would bring a lot of people to the sim. And people who here in chat uses both simulators, like me.
Alpaca 696 turn left heading 070 degrees. Alpaca 696.
Lots too many alpacas. Joshua, do you think it's worth keeping 2020 installed in case 2024 has problems? Absolutely. Yeah, when 2024 comes out, I'm not uninstalling 2020. I'll run it alongside. Hopefully there'll be no issues with that, but yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of teething issues. I've watched some streams and some videos, and it looks like there's a lot of issues that are in 2020 still, which have been sort of still existing in 2024 as well. Not enough space in the PC for both. No, 2 tons. I mean, I run both, but as you well know, a lot of you from following my videos for a while, I uninstall anything I'm not using. So my actual space on my PC is as follows. Find it here. Share my screen. There you go. So this is my space on my PC. Find it. There we go. So if you guys have a little look at this, there you go. So right now I have a 2 terabyte drive here for my main PC, and this is for other games on Steam and things like that. I'd have another direct SSD, and Ortho is a conventional drive, but this is what it is now with Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane. And with quite a lot of aircraft installed, no scenery. All scenery I install on a stream-by-stream basis, so I always uninstall it after a stream. And I've still got all oodles of space, so I could definitely get Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 in there as well, but then I'm going to probably be a bit careful with what I have installed at the time. How big is it going to be? Have they actually said how big the download is going to be? VNAV's doing a really good job anyway so far. Up November 511, it should be, there's a decel on the ND as well to reduce to 220 knots to be 9,000 feet or above. That sounded like flicks. Well, it seems all calm on the frequency, no issues here. 50 gig? Oh. No, it's not going to be 50 gig? Sure, it's going to be bigger than that. Oh no, Edo, I've only just caught up here.
Yeah, you're good to the arrival too. After
Oh dear.
2000 for the...
X-Plane, you're having a lot of issues with X-Plane, aren't you, Edo, with it crashing? I haven't, touch wood, no issue since the Blackbird flight. So maybe it was an issue with the Blackbird that caused my sim stream, because that's the only crash I've had in X-Plane for ages, and Microsoft Flight Sim has been stable ever since I fixed it. Remember when, who remembers all those issues I had in Microsoft Flight Sim? No way! 50 gig! That's tiny! Oh, okay. Was that me? ATC. No. 50 gig, wow! Double that after 6 months. Okay. Wow. Oh, so that I'll definitely have no issues running it side by side then. Especially as I stream stuff on a stream by stream basis. Generally aircraft that I leave installed now and let them update via Contrail or in the sim or whatever. But yeah. I'll run all 3.
Continue heading Alpaca Passport.
Yeah, Joshua, I don't feel confident just dragging the community folder over. Will that make everything work? Crazy if it does. Anyway, automation's doing a fantastic job. Decel to 220, looking good. Ooh, 1-2 right, something good too. Fuel lights.
170 or less.
Angle of bank 25 pressurization, 3.5 set, seatbelts on. Actually, the cabin's now secure as well. Checks complete.
Alpaca 5 Charlie, you have traffic company to your 2 o'clock, 3 miles, he's going for 1 to right, should be no factor.
I don't know if that was for me, 5 Charlie.
Traffic inside Alpaca 5 Charlie X-ray.
Oh, there's a 5 Charlie X-ray.
5-6 max turn left heading 160.
There you are, post-cruise checks complete.
ILS 1 to left approach. Left heading 160, cleared ILS 1 to left approach, Alpaca 561.
Need to have 100 megabyte per second download. Well, I'm good. I'm very fortunate. I've got 1,000 meg here.
Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, fly direct to Redox, descend 3000.
Why have I still got these contrails coming out 10,000 feet? I mean, the contrails look amazing. They just shouldn't be there anymore.
American 2576, Redox speed 210.
There's Cancun.
210 now, some speed.
It was quite quiet down there actually. I think there's just the nice amount of traffic for them. As Alpaca 22 Echo on final. Oh yeah, 696, 5 Charlie X-ray.
Alpaca 5 Charlie X-ray, contact tower 118.1, bye-bye.
Gary, how are you getting on, buddy? This is insane. It's busy. It's busy. Did you get the radio contact for 124.7? Good luck, buddy. You're doing well.
Alpaca 696 to the tower, and thank you for the help.
More Cancun, Cancun, what you can't. Oh, that's a tongue twister list to it. Unbelievable. Not contrails, but chemtrails. No! Can't say that. Can't say that.
Just confirm 3,000 feet for American 2526.
Oh, what's that on my soundboard? I've got some new ones I found. Sound like a Halo Death. Oily engines again. Well, there we are, downwind, 8,000, looking good. There's the ortho. He said Alpha, did you hear that?
128.3 Canada,
He called Air Canada Alpaca, I love it. That's so funny. Brilliant. I love that when we do these really busy group flights and the controllers start calling everyone Alpaca. It's brilliant. Right, let's do the approach checks. Frequencies. We need to make the ILS active 1107. Track required. We'll keep monitoring. Should be 220 knots or less. So yeah, I might just add a bit of speed brake in a second. Frequencies checked. Fixturings are good. Idents we're just waiting. Approach and courses are set. Is that for me? Perfect. So we just wait for the idents, and then we'll do the approach checklist. Oh, the weather never developed. It's nice and calm here this evening.
Alpaca 5, correction, Alpaca 67, fly direct to uniform November 506.
Simfly, you got some big clouds, yes.
Direction from November 506.
2 tons Maria Descenter didn't know our call sign when I entered his airspace. He's quickly learned.
Okay, direct 506.
Two Tons, where's your departure point? You're flying in long haul, aren't you?
Gemini 319er, for now, hit turn left heading 060.
Just waiting for the idents.
Okay, 060, Gemini 219. Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, turn right heading 300. Right.
Great job by this controller. It's getting quite busy in the north as well. Oh, look at that parallel approach. That's the beauty here, they've got the option to clear on the second runway, so if it's busy you can actually double the amount of arrivals. We might get cleared onto 12 right yet, so actually I'll bring up the chart just in case.
Gemini 319, don't worry about the fix, just set the arrival ILS 1 to right. Okay, ILS 1 to right, Gemini.
Dinosaur Worth, very good.
Alpaca 56 Mike, contact tower 118.1, bye-bye. 118.1,
Yeah, short. That was it. Shorty I saw coming in from Vienna. I saw that on flight radar, on the VATMEX flight radar. That's the view from the right side as a passenger. Still got those. Still got the. No. They should stop. Hi Brendan, hope you're doing well. Only Captain just joined us and never got notified by YouTube. How's it going? Yes, I think you got one of the gifted members last stream, so welcome back, buddy. Hope you're doing very well. Yeah, very good, very good. Just downwind here, very long profile, but that's the arrival. About to go into Cancun. So we're going to probably have to be level at 3,000 here, but that's nothing I can do because look, Alino is at 3,000. It's just one of those airports you just got to get low early.
41 Juliet Romeo.
Ooh yeah, where am I going to get slotted in?
Alpaca 41 Juliet Romeo, due to cut the arrival, turn right here in 310. Turn right heading 310, Alpaca 41 Juliet Romeo.
So that's 4 Juliet Romeo to north. Let's see what happens here.
Actually, where are you flying? We may be able to make this work. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, I need to do it on that head, please. I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Good, that's the correct.
To expedite that turn, you got the arrival pretty hard. Okay, to continue arrival, Alpaca 41 Juliet Romeo. No, the heading 300. 300, Alpaca 41
Well done. That wasn't very clear from the controller. So that was very well recovered for both. There we are, 3,000, but that's the arrival. We can't do anything about it. No CDAs here. We've got no ident still for the ILS. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, would it help if we take 12 right?
57 Charlie Alpha, you know what? It's gonna help a lot. So take ILS 1 to left, you're clear for the arrival, for the approach.
ILS 12 right via MMUN clear for the approach, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. See, just good service all the way round.
And Alpaca 71 November?
See, I've helped it. ILS 12 right via MMUN, still the same point, look.
12 left, please, Alpaca 71.
And you can see how it just does a tighter turn. And he's cleared me for the approach. So now we've got mandatory 2,000 at the next waypoint. So I'm going to go flap 1. Just need to change the frequencies. Oh, now that's a bug. Oh no, it's not, because I haven't set 2,000. Perfect. I've given this guy an idea. Minimums then. So 12 right. 1111's the ILS now.
Go ahead. 781, can we get IS5 to Houston? Where are you?
Where are you? Frequencies, courses are the same, 125, and the new minimum's 220 feet.
1,000 to go.
220 feet, there we are. All good.
Alpaca 67, contact Cancun Tower 118.1, bye-bye. 118.1.
There you go, look, I've done the controller's job.
Alpaca 41 Juliet Romeo.
Flat 5, because I think there's actually another aircraft just ahead of us here. On 12 right. Ooh, let's bring the brakes out, flat 5. 18 miles out, but we're all establishing for 19 right now. 19 right, 12 right. It's going to be a parallel approach for this. So just be careful. I don't know if you're on stream Alpaca 71 November. I'll speed up a little bit actually. I'm just going to do 180 so you're not right up your trumpet. We're just going to do a very shallow step. What is going on here? So... Oh, to be fair, I'm in cloud. I'll let you off. I thought it was just weird lighting in the sim. Right, ident is India Charlie November, uniform November, so I'm in Bullock.
1 November, continue pressing heading.
1 November, continue pressing heading.
Well done, 7-1 November, doing a good job. Right, localise live, localiser capture, and we're established now on 1-2 right. Look at that, parallel, and we've got plenty of spacing here. I'll just do 180 knots. We've not been giving any speed, but there is traffic on 1-2 right as well. Not on 1-2 left, and they're only 5 miles ahead. So I don't know if... oh, that's not an Alpaca ahead of me though, it's a GXA. Whoever that is. Did a good job.
2500.
American 2576, do we need a switch?
I bet did approach too.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Perfect.
Set not cross check.
Approach aids.
Check, that's it.
Approach checklist complete.
Perfect, we're all stabilised.
Alpaca 71 November, turn right heading 040.
Look at that, look, he's got, that's impressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aircraft on the final approach now. Impressive. Not quite a parallel approach for us guys, but what can you do?
Alpaca 71 November, turn right heading 050 now.
See, one thing you could do on line, it'd be unusual, but we could try and be a bit more efficient, go flat 1 and speed up, but because traffic's only 5 miles ahead, don't want to slow down or speed up much. What airline's GXA? I don't even know.
Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo, reduce 170 knots or less. Speed max 170 or less, Alpaca 9 Alpha Kilo.
Parallel ops tour 404, absolutely.
Alpha contact tower 118.1, bye-bye.
And 118.1, great job, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, bye.
Bye-bye.
He's doing really well on his own, there's a lot of traffic.
American 2576, okay, via Alpha 30 right, hold short of Alpha.
This controller sounds very young.
Alpha 3, hold short Alpha, American 2576.
Alpaca 67, runway 12 left, 1040 degrees for knots, clear to left.
So busy. This is a great arrival. I love these parallel runway ops.
American 2576, can you confirm your gate or terminal?
Just gives. If this was a single runway, they'd have been holding today. Still haven't got glide slope alive yet. I'm really dragging in with VS 100.
2576 Roger, I don't know if that gate is occupied, but you can go ahead and go to the terminal 3. You can taxi via Alpha 3, Alpha, Delta, Delta 1, Bravo 4 to any gate.
No ground controller either, so this tower's busy.
Bravo and Bravo 1 heading gate, 2576, thank you.
Cancun Tower, very good day, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. We're established localizer, runway 12 right at 8 miles, 180 knots.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, continue the approach, call you back.
Continue approach, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Out quiet.
Aeroméxico 156, pista 12 derecha, viento 0.
That's biting onto 2000, which is fine. Now in the real aeroplane, when you get out to quiet, yeah, it's sort of doing it now. It does sort of go, it sort of quickly descends and levels off for you. It doesn't like being in out to quiet long. So this is not very realistic how it's just doing a very shallow descent at 100 feet per minute. It should have just done a little drop down. Oh, don't forget to approach. Glide slope capture. Flat 5. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet is set. I'm just going to go flat 10 because I was a little bit late. Flat 5. Okay, so flap 10 here, idle thrust. The speed shouldn't be washing away. Not. That's the flap 10 doesn't have enough drag here. Yeah, flap. We should be slowing down now. Should be slowing down with flap 10. Just needs a tad more drag. I'm approaching 4 miles because I'm a bit fast. Gear down, flat 15, match speed, landing checklist.
Alpaca 67,
Starts and just recall,
Alpha,
speed brake.
Delta,
There we are, let's do a
Delta 1,
checklist.
Bravo 14.
Landing checklist.
Flat
Start
25.
switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Flat 30.
Speed brake.
Up, green light.
Landing gear.
Down, 3 greens.
Auto brake.
Auto brake 2 set.
Flaps.
Flaps fully set, green light.
Landing lights.
1,000.
Landing checklist complete.
Okay, just waiting for landing clearance. So, let's see what it stabilises here. Should be about 1 degree, 57%. Flat 30. The attitude, come on. So the attitude's a bit high. Attitude should be about 1 degree with flat 30. We're at 2. Yeah, it's pitching down. It's a smidge high, the attitude. And the thrust as well. Not far off. Disconnecting. Just waiting for landing clearance.
500.
Need landing clearance. Need landing clearance. Need landing clearance.
300.
7 Charlie Alpha 1 mile. We have to go around, no landing clearance. We have to go around for landing clearance.
Charlie 4, Charlie Bravo
100.
12.
We have to go around.
50. 40. 30.
Go around.
20.
Flat 15.
Alpaca 57, Charlie Alpha runway 12 right.
Go around, flat 15, take around for us. Gear up. Gotta go around. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, yeah, going around, just didn't get clearance.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No problem, you're very busy. We'll get on the next one. Flat 5.
Any taxiway to your left and control Charlie.
LNAV. Of the 5 bug, there's no speed restriction, go flat 1.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha contact approach on 124.7.
124.7, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. See you shortly. And flaps up.
Alpaca 41.
If she felt really guilty, well, she doesn't need to be, like she's really busy. And that's going to command 222. The go around's been flawless by the mod. Perfect.
1, 2 right.
Good.
Alpaca 650 west side, stepping to runway 12 right.
I just say 3000 on the chart, but 2000 coded. I'll go straight to 3000.
Climate in 4000, roll ahead.
1,000 to go.
You sure we want to go around? We're now visual with 12 right, and we're clear of the traffic. Do you know what? He disconnected, so yeah, just continue the approach. Sorry.
Right, get ready for the level off.
Continuing approach, Alpaca 650.
Manual thrust.
250, contact tower 118.1, bye-bye.
I'm aiming for about 60% when we level off to maintain 220 knots.
Yep.
That will maintain 220 knots for us. Good. Cancun approach alert. It's Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha on the missed approach for ILS 12 right.
Hold on, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha.
AFM Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, 3,000 feet inbound to Fields on the missed approach.
No worries. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha to right here in 305 degrees and expect the ILS 31 approach from MMUN.
Right, heading 305 degrees. We can expect ILS 12 left, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Okay, so heading 305. Whoa, yeah, that's my fault. No more than 25 degrees. Let me get my flight directors working for me because Jim's fallen asleep. Heading 305. Still hand flying. And although not recommended, I'm going to engage the autopilot during the turn. Command A. There we are, after takeoff checklist. So, gear off, water brake off. That's the first ever time I think I've had to go around for no landing clearance. But there we are. Air conditioning and pressurization. 1.0 set. Water brake we can leave in 3 actually for the next approach. Altimeters are set as well after takeoff checklist complete. So, ILS 12 left now, which is the preferred landing runway. trust it to be me. ILS 12 left, and he did say
Alpaca 5 Mike Foxtrot, clear ILS 3, runway 12 approach.
via EBMIS again, so execute. We'll just simply redirect to EBMIS in the FMC. Execute. And there we go. So we're on a heading from ATC, and we'll bring EBMIS to the top. And we're on the heading, so we don't engage LNAV, obviously. Oh, now this is very poor from me. Don't forget to scan your FMAs. Brendan, well spotted. That's very poor from me, so always scan your FMAs during the go-around. Thankfully, because I set the thrust to a very good target thrust setting, I only slightly oscillated from target speed. That was very poor for me. I've been telling people off on the check for that. Right, that's all set. Fixings need to change. Oh, look, nice. Forgot to change it from the setup. Runway 12 left, and changed it without you guys looking. That's all set. Stow the speed brake, and the minimums again we need to change to 12 left. It's now 250. So back up to 250 feet. And the frequencies we need to change to 1107. Perfect. So when we go around, we'll firstly talk to the cabin crew, explain the reason to go. I'll say, yeah, we didn't get landing clearance, very busy. Then I'll do a PA to the passenger saying, ladies and gentlemen from the fly deck, captain speaking. Fortunately, we were able to land at that time because we didn't receive our landing clearance, and we're now setting up for another approach beyond the ground in 5 minutes. That's it. Re-establish the fuel. 3.6, so we still got loads of fuel. 1.9 was our alternate because we took extra for weather and ATC. So we're burning into that ATC fuel now, but we've still got enough for another 2 approaches, really. So that's all good. And we're going to burn 500 kilos before touchdown again. So 62.2 is the landing weight. It's actually quite a lot. I didn't expect to burn as much as that, but it's saying that. So 62.2. We've already done the performance for 12 left earlier. 170 knots. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. And just to confirm, this is for 12 left. Roger. So flap 1, and this is flap 2. Okay, perfect time for flap 2-ish. 177. Maybe flap 5 I'll have to use. We'll have to look. Yeah, bank angle. Yep, because I banked to 35 degrees. This is a bit I wish I could fly the aircraft. Well, yes. The thing is, the mod is that good. I set the pitch and power as I would in real life, follow the flight raters, and you're getting what the mod is behaving as I'd expect it to. So, credit to Zebo, really. Because that was... the go-around was flawless. Everything worked as expected. The speed, acceleration, the flap retraction, the pitch and power I set was... the performance was identical to the real thing. Really impressive. But yeah, poor scan from me, and I forgot to engage the auto throttle. So I've got to get slotted in now. Looks like... so it would have been easy if they kept me on 1-2 right, to be honest. So we've got Alpaca 2-3 Lima. Dread to EBMIS, cleared for the ILS 12 left approach. Alpaca 5. So Charlie Alpha. LNAV. That's when I wish I was in an Airbus. LNAV.
Alpaca 2-3 Lima, turn left, heading 180, clear ILS 12 left approach.
But no, that controller shouldn't have felt sorry. She was controlling tower, ground, confirming stand numbers for people, which shouldn't be her job. So yeah, we have to go around if you don't receive your clearance. You can go all the way down to 50 feet. That's the lowest I'd go, and I'd execute go around if I didn't get clearance. I have received landing clearance at 50 feet many times. Dodgy contrails though. Very good. .170 knots, dragging it in, and going all the way out via whatever that point is, EBMIS. Yeah, it's an 18-mile final. Very long. Oh, someone said go around flaps. Did I not retract to 15? Did I go to 25? That's just the limitations of desktop sims. Really hard to do that on your own. Might have forgotten something. But yeah, flight time 1 hour 20, now 1 hour 27, so 7 minutes extra cost with the go around. turning base very soon. Actually, what happens on the go around? Do I have to just run this check again?
Mike Foxtrot, contact Cancun Tower 118.1, boys.
Switching to Tower 118.1, Alpaca 5 Mike Foxtrot, thanks for DTC, bye-bye.
See ya.
Right, dragging it to Edmis. It's coming. There he goes. There's flap 2. Oh. He's having a good old day. Looking good. That looks great. It's a good job of going on to lates next week.
Approach Alpaca 23 Lima, established on the localizer for iOS 1 to left.
Good. So I'm slotting. Am I the last Alpaca in? With that go around. Oh, plainly, very good. You did set 50. It's just commenting the action. Excellent. Flying Walnut with a go around at 50. If the wheels touch down the runway due to sink, if there's sufficient pressure, will speed brakes deploy? How can this affect the go around? Great question. So Flying Walnut, Boeing, very clever in the fact that they realise if you advance thrust levers above a certain amount off the top of it, I can't remember, but enough, you know, to go around. If the speed brakes or auto brake have engaged, they automatically disengage straight away. So if you land, touch down, speed brake extends, and auto brakes start kicking in. As soon as you set go around thrust, the speed brake automatically retracts and the auto brake automatically disengages, so you can continue the go around. So that's a good feature of the aircraft. If you select reverse thrust though, you must stop. You must stop. You can't stow them and then take off again, because the time it takes to extend, retract, it's too long. But that's a really good question, Flying Walnut. I no doubt the Airbus has a similar concept. Good approach, charming approach. Localizer live, localizer capture. Runway heading 125. Set. Round 2, but this time on runway 12 left. Yankee Fox, they're not contrails. It's Dodgy Dave's maintenance overfilled the oil this morning. Yes, a little bit too much. It's been going on for the entire sector. I think any excess oil we would have had would have definitely burnt off. Yeah. Very good. Hopefully that'll be fixed. But that's an X-plane issue, someone said. Not a Zebo problem at the moment. Hang on, what happened? You're still in the air? Yes, unfortunately, we didn't get our landing clearance. It was very busy, so we aborted the approach at 50 feet. Simfly UK, all down, that gate, deboarding. Woo, it was amazing, very good. And this was your first members only group flight, I believe, so thank you very much for participating. That will be saying, let me guess, reset MCP altitude. Because we're approaching our path descent. Martin, I don't know what I've done, but I can't get VNAV to engage climbing out of Aurora. Is there any restrictions in the FMC, Martin, that's preventing you from going higher? Are the flight directors on? Is your FMC fully populated? Cruise page. Touring 4x4 Alpaca aerial spraying operations. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having fun with the sim. You know, I always see X-Plane as more of a serious simmer. Sim, you know, I think it's a lot more realistically aimed. Microsoft Flight Sim, yeah, you can make it very serious with all the add-ons, but obviously it's got multiplayer and all those features. But I think we could have fun with it with a playlist, call it Jim's Career, and we could just try and do the career progress, start as a GA pilot, work our way. What is it? You could do aerial, all sorts, can't you? Aerial firefighting and whatnot. Yeah, it'll be fun. Flat 5. That's nice, seeing the little balloon and the autopilot reacting. It's good. 23 Lima and 5 Mike Foxtrot.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, welcome to Cancun, contact tower 118.1, bye-bye.
118.1 Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Thank you very much, ATC. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Perfect, over to tower. Cancun Tower, hello again, it's Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, established ILS runway 129 miles.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, continue the approach, call you back.
Good to approach, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Let's hope she does. No, I'm only kidding. Brendan, could this be a new playlist for the second channel? I mean, it is a bit more game-like, that mode, isn't it? But no, I'll probably stick with this one, because it's a bit fun.
2,500.
Yeah, without looking Martin Keel, I can't really see why it won't engage. I've not had that issue ever in the mod, or certainly not recently.
Charlie Alpha, runway 10 right, 10 for 0 degrees for knots, clear to land.
12 left, clear to land, Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. Perfect, there we are. Well, let's have a bit of fun, like. Raw data. Can't do this in reality, so good practice. Pitch and power. Fly directors off. We'll configure it around 4 miles. So just because I'm flying raw data now, and I don't have the Jim next to me, Jim's sleeping, or any other pilot, I won't run the X checklist landing checklist or the automatic one because it's going to be too high a workload. But I will configure it 4 miles. It's updated to speed, isn't it? Yeah. So pitch and power is everything. So look at the IVSI. When you're flying raw data, see where I've got my mouse, the IVSI is so useful in the scan for spotting trends and things that are changing. Localize is telling me to just fly left slightly, but the altitude's around 2.5 degrees of flat 5, which is good, and about idle thrust. Holds the speed really nicely. There's 4 miles. Gear down, flat 15, match speed. Landing checklist, I can't move the start switches. Recall, checked. Speed brake, arm green light. Landing gear, down, 3 green, auto brake 3, flat 30. And now we transition the attitude. Oh, that's too much of a balloon with flat 30. Shouldn't balloon with flat 30 like that. So there's a lot of nose down trim, that's accurate. 1 degree and about 57% now.
1,000.
Keep descending. Flaps 30 green light, lights on, checks complete. So a little bit higher on the glide, so I'll set 1,000 feet per minute until I keep on the glide slope. Once I'm back on the glide slope, the altitude's a bit too high in the mod at the moment. It should be about 1 degree, but it's about 1.5, 2 at the moment to maintain that. A little bit right of centre line, so lots of small changes. A light crossing from the left to anticipate as well, so I'm just being blown downwind here slightly.
500.
Check, speed and thrust is perfect. So I'm still a little bit off centre line, but that should fix it now. Keep descending.
400.
A little bit low on glide. I think the altimeter could be off slightly. Checked, a little bit low on glide, so 3 red's correct. Pitch up a bit, add some thrust, about 500 feet per minute. Back on profile. Keep descending now.
Minimum.
Continue. Little bit off centre line.
100.
Keep making those changes. Don't let the plane fly.
50. 40. 30.
Check.
20. 10.
Close. Hold. Oh, speed breaks up. Beautiful. Gently lower the nose. Reverses. Keep on centre line. And that's how you do it. 100 knots.
80 knots.
80 knots. 60 knots. Cancelling reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cancun.
Can you confirm your gate or terminal building?
Oh, just where the other alpacas are.
Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha, Roger, continue via Alpha 3 Alpha Delta, Delta 1 Bravo 4 to your gate with the rest of the alpacas.
Alpha 3 Alpha, Bravo 4 to the gate with the alpacas. Alpaca 57 Charlie Alpha. I think that was right. Perfect. There we are. That was superb. I just need to see where I'm going before I get lost. So it's got to be that way. There's no other way. Yeah, I was just listening to the. Obviously, there was a lot going on that landing rollout, so I was having to listen to her taxi clearance. But this is the only way I can go. Delta Alpha, and then Delta 1 was it, or Bravo? Someone write it in chat. Very good, excellent ATC. Very nice approach and landing for myself, if I dare say. Very good. Just to reassure you, that approach, raw data, I flew that, and the way I was talking would be the way I'd be talking to a student who'd be struggling flying a raw data. And what I applied in the desktop sim was exactly the same inputs on the controls. It was excellent from the mod, flew really nicely. The only thing was when I selected flap 30 there was a bit of a nose up balloon. That doesn't really happen with flap 30. Flap 30 is more a drag flap as opposed to a lift flap, so it increases drag and only a slight increase in lift. It felt like flap 5 selecting flap 30, so there was a massive balloon. Oh, thanks guys. So Alpha 3 and then Delta 3 Alpha 4. So I'm on Delta now. This are you taking the MiG? Delta 1. Yeah, Delta 1 to the Alpacas. I think Listerman's having me on. Brilliant. What roll? Right, there's Delta 1. Better do the cleanup. Flaps up, gear up, transponder out off. Let's see, come off. Oops, the strobes. Did I leave the strobes off the whole sector? I don't know, maybe I've already taken it off. Probes off. I'll crank up the APU. Brilliant. Listerman got me good. Yeah, I actually started reading them. Plonker. I didn't get a stand number, but look at all the Alpacas. Oh, I can squeeze in between these two heavies, I think. No, I can't. 43, that's a bit tight. It's a bit tight. I'll go right at the end, look. Right at the end. Very good. Gotta get some screenshots, guys, of this. That was excellent. I think, oh gosh, we've got to go for these dual runway ops. I mean, I didn't have any parallel approaches, but that was great. Look at the fleet here. Oh, guys, it's wicked. It's so cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the heavy. We've got wide haul, long haul. We own this side of the terminal. That's wonderful. Oh god, look at this contrast. Okay. Excellent, right on the corner of us. We'll go next to Alpaca 4 Juliet. Too bright. Sky gets the sky. Oh, I missed my Marshall and GSX. Shut down engine number 2. AP on the bus. Perfect. That was wicked. I love these group flights, so much fun. There we go. Parking brake set, APU's on the bus, shut down engine number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cancun. Oh look, it's the OG flight deck sim livery with the Alpaca on the front. That was the first one. Look at that. It's like Heathrow and British Airways or Ryanair at Stansted or EasyJet at Luton, just dominating the apron. 2 tons, I'll let you know in chats. You know what, I'll look at the dates tonight before I go to bed. Simfly UK, well done for taking part as well in your first ever group flight, that's great. And I'm next to you as well, buddy. Excellent. Gary had to disconnect before I caused a collision turning final. Only got base vectors and a long fray from 1-2 left. Good landing though after disconnecting. Now, Gary, don't let that put you off. Those things happen all the time in VATS, and the amount of mid-air collisions I've had and screw-ups from ATC and people going, oh, you just carry on. Well done for participating, because that was a busy group flight with a busy airport. Now you've been online, you can practice. Look out for those VATSIM events on the website and pick and choose and enjoy the experience. You did really well, so well done for participating, buddy. Congratulations. Andy, even with the dual runway ops, they were well and truly alpacalypse. There, they got a bit busy. I heard them starting calling other aircraft alpacas. That's usually the sign of an alpacalypse. Brilliant. Excellent. Yeah, it was a great approach and landing. I was the butter. I haven't had a butter for a while, have I? Perfect. So, excellent to hear, Gary. That's what I like to hear. And oh yeah, look, there you go. You can go flying with Simfly UK. So drop a message in Discord and do some little Alpaca mini group flights. A lot of guys do Alpaca flights all the months round. So a couple of things to do, guys. Firstly, New Sky, see how all things went there. Then I'll roll the giveaway for everyone that participated today. So let's now close the flights. Should be 10, surely. Yeah, it was a proper butter. There's the go around as well. Look, can you zoom in on this map? You can. There you go, there's the missed approach. Oh look, you can see everything when you selected flaps. I didn't even realise that. That's really cool. There's the go around, look. What was the landing rate? Because that's at 50-60 odd. This calculated as something different. Oh, it's opened up a link to the rating system. Oh, it doesn't come up. Oh, well, no, clicking that doesn't work, I don't know. But yeah, it was a buttery smooth landing. Happy with that. And made, oh, look at the wonka we made for Alpaca Airways. Very good. Simfly 9.67, excellent score. Well done, sir. I've had a bit of a mixed month, though. That was a 10, but I've had some 9 point somethings, haven't I? Who was it in chat that's had a 10 streak for like ages now? Can't remember. Yeah, 9.97, I remember that one. That was really annoying. Unbelievable. Right, let's now set up these giveaways, guys. Give me 2 seconds. List randomizer up. So basically it's the list from the members only group flights. Again, you need to have participated in the group flight. Booking enough isn't enough to be entered, so if you'd be as humble enough to win the giveaway and you didn't actually take part, please let me know. But there are ways of checking. It's the first time, but most of you are very honest. But here we are. Hopefully you guys can now see the list randomizer. So I've just copied and pasted that from Discord. Those are all the participants. We'll roll it twice. The top 2 for each roll will be the winner of the giveaway, and again that's $50 Explain gift card, any add-on you like up to a reasonable price. So if you're from the UK, I can actually send you an Amazon gift card of £50 if you so wish. So let's roll the first giveaway then. So the first winner of the giveaway is Kai, Echo Delta Delta Whiskey. Well done. I don't think you've ever won, but you are the winner of the first giveaway, so I'll make a note of that. Well done, Kaya, Echo Delta Delta Whiskey, and we'll run it again straight away. The second winner is Orion. Orion, you might have won in the past, I believe, but you are again a winner today. Well done, Orion. Congratulations, you are the winner. Oh yeah. Brilliant. There we go. Rigged, yeah. Hashtag rigged all the time. Brilliant. But I don't think Kai's ever won. Orion, have you won one? I can't remember, but some people have not won one, some people have won several, but you just need to participate, and then you'll be entered, and you never know, it could be your lucky week. There we go. Excellent. Well then, we'll take off the opportunity. In fact, I'll just message the tower. Oh, it was Danielle, it was definitely. I'll just say thanks for a group fight. There we are. Just said thanks to the ATC for our MOGF. Great. Excellent. Don't forget the screenshot. No, Patrick, you're quite right. There we are. Got a couple of log off, but let's grab that one and I'll put that in captures and we can go from there. Excellent. So what we'll do is log off of New Sky, log off the soundboard. Oh no, I'll keep that open. Sometimes I might play the old soundboard sound effect in the replay. There we are. Perfect. And that's the end of the song. Perfect timing as well. If I can find the music for the replay. Oh, I should be a DJ. I need a mixer so I can slowly transition from this song to the replay music, but I'll just have to do that, then do that. Oops. Why is Firelife still open? Oh, I'm so useless. There we go. Right, let's see. So, click. Oh, I think I've timed that perfectly. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that was a lovely, smooth butter, that was. Turn that down there. Oh, Oh, did you see that, guys? Did you see that? And it was down slope. Probably what saved me from being a great landing to change it to a butter. But that was as smooth as you can get, and we're on the touchdown zone. Well, you don't really have touchdown zones with default runways, but yeah, good point. Oh, the little kids to start with, wasn't it? Beautiful. Oh, great tower view as well. Oh, great, there's going to be something in the way as soon as I touch down, isn't there? It's great with the trees in the background. The seasonable trees, aren't they, in X-Plane? Oh, I just saw the butter, there we go. And then that's in the way, the TV. Perfect, very, very nice. Hashtag pro streamer. I know I'm still getting my way out. I need a mixing deck or something. Excellent. I like Cancun as a destination, it's great. Oh, lovely sim flyer, it was wonderful. Cheers, Gary, thanks for participating today as well, well done. Right, let's pop ourselves the approach about there, that'll do. Perfect, well that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for participating, not only in the stream, but all the people that flew with me on the 57th members only group flight overloading Cancun from Guatemala City, and also Fort Myers as well. We'll find a date this evening for the next one as well. We'll get some ideas sorted, and then we'll keep rolling it as we do. 58 flying in about a month's time. So thank you as ever, as I always say, for your continued support as members. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your time as members and you're getting everything you can out of it. Remember, I'm very approachable in Discord, so tag me up if you have any questions. It's what you're there for. You know, I like to share a little bit of my experience with you to help improve your flight sim experience. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Enjoy what's left of the weekend, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Very good evening.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay!